Making YouTube videos on the internet. Hey, didn't see you there. So, I thought I would do something a little special, since I just released a new track on YouTube, Bandcamp, etc. I thought I would give a brief little guitar lesson on how to play the tapping riff from Fever Dreams. It's probably one of the more challenging technical pieces I've done. I'm sure there are plenty of guitar players out there that would beg to differ and say that this is child's play, but for me, this particular bit is a little tricky. I don't really do a lot of tapping. You're going to hear the cat meowing in this video quite a bit because he's a loudmouth. An adorable loudmouth, but a loudmouth. So, basically, there are two components to this riff. There's what your left hand is doing, and there's what your right hand is doing. And what your left hand is mostly going to be focused on is holding this sort of octave shape at the F sharp. So that's going to be your 2nd fret on your 6th string and your 4th fret on your 4th string. But your pinky finger is going to get a little bit of action in this as well. And then there's going to be some changes to the riff. It's mostly these two fingers that are doing all the action, your index and your pinky. And then what your right hand is doing is just going to be tapping. And the tapping pattern doesn't really change for the right hand. So while you're holding this pattern down at the 2nd and 4th frets, you actually start the riff by bringing your pinky in. So what I'm doing there is I start by hammering on with my pinky, then I tap the 17th fret, then I let go with my pinky on my left hand and pull off to the 2nd fret. Then I tap the 16th fret of the 4th string and pull off to the 4th fret of my 4th string. So it's a pattern of 5 notes that kind of cycles back and forth. It's weird because this riff is it's in 4/4 time, but it's based around a pattern of 5 repeating notes, and then it kind of does a little turnaround. So like that. And then, in the 2nd bar, what I do is I let go of the low E string with my index finger, and now I'm continuing to tap with the 5th fret with my pinky, but now instead of pulling off to the 2nd fret, I'm pulling off to an open string. So we'll stitch those two bits together. Now, when the riff turns around, starting on the downbeat of the 3rd bar, the pattern gets a little cut off, so it's just back to, you start on the downbeat with the tapping at the 17th fret. So that last note is you just tap the 16th fret of the 4th string and slide it down. That's it. So that's the whole riff. It's just an F sharp minor to sort of an F sharp minor with an E bass note kind of chord progression, if you will. And it's just a tapping pattern of 5 notes that repeats until you get to the downbeat of the third bar, and then it just picks up right from there to sort of preserve the whole 4/4 pattern, and then ends with that tap and slide. So that's just your really basic, really easy sort of lesson. It's not a very easy riff. It took a lot of practice to get this down. So, hey, maybe you learned something in the process. Or maybe not, I don't know. Who am I to judge? Thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys sometime soon.